How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the first ever official video for the Crab Core channel. I'm really excited, and my hope for this is that we build a community where we are leveling up in our Magic the Gathering skills and maybe even other collectible card games, as well as leveling up in our daily lives. So what you can expect to see are educational videos about playing Magic the Gathering better, piloting competitive and budget decks to top skill, playing just janky, really bad decks for fun, as well as sharing some videos that of life enriching lessons that I have learned in my daily life beyond gaming, and that hopefully will enrich and probably better your life as well. So, without further ado, let's get on to the first video with a spicy 5-colored sealed deck that I played in Guilds of Ravnica Limited. First, a few tips about playing 5 colors in a limited format. Typically, you're not able to do that because the color fixing, the dual lands are not there to be able to support 5 colors. However, in Guilds of Ravnica Limited, you have all of your guild gates that allow you to play the multiple colors in a pretty reliable way, as well as ways to go and fetch those lands from your deck so you can fix your mana and make sure you're hitting all the colors that you need. However, there's a few things that you need to keep in mind if you're going to want to play a 5-colored deck. Things that really have to be coming together, pieces of the puzzle, so that you can have a strong deck. So we're going to dive into those so you can see how we integrated those into the deck that we're piloting today. First things first, as I already mentioned, you gotta have the right lands in these decks, and you gotta have ways to go and fix your mana. So I believe most sealed decks can get away with around 17 lands, but in sealed with a 5-color deck, you're probably going to want that 18 to make sure that you're hitting your land drops and that you have enough resources of every color. It's not a hard and fast rule, but you're going to look for at least 5 to 6 ways to cast most of your colors and 7 to 8 ways to cast your more dominant colors in the deck. As well as that, you're going to need ways to go and fix and find that mana. In this format, cards like Circuitous Route are really good for that, or District Guide. So you want to have all those colors, and you want to be able to get them to make it a consistent way to cast all of your spells. The second thing you're going to need in these decks is card advantage. These 5-color control decks are way too slow to be going 1-for-1 with your opponent. You're just going to get run over by what they're doing. So things that you're going to want to need are board clears so that you can get those 2-for-1s, 3-for-1s. You're going to want cards like Chemist's Insight that give you multiple card draws at once. And a powerhouse for these, in this format specifically, is Guild Summit, where you can, once it comes into the battlefield, you can tap your guild gates to draw extra cards, and every time a new guild gate comes in, you're getting card draw. It's just an awesome engine. This video, you don't get to see how powerful it is, but we did have it in our deck, and it did help us draw some cards. So that's a really good thing you're going to want, is that card advantage, so that the slow speed of your deck can be overcompensated by the card draw and outvaluing your opponent. Third thing you're gonna need big payoffs for these decks, because all your lands are coming in tapped. You are losing so much tempo against your opponent. You are gonna need things that are really gonna pull you back into the game so that you can finally take over and outvalue your opponent. In this format, cards like Niv Mizzet, March of the Multitudes, Doom Whisperer, Dream Eater, things like that are really powerful, that make it so that these multiple colors that you're playing are going to pull you back into the game because you were so slow at the beginning. The fourth thing you are going to need is a strong removal package. Things like Capture Sphere, Deadly Visit, Price of Fame, Conclave Tribunal. Pull them from all of your colors so that you can answer your opponent's bombs and other creatures as you are trying to set up your win condition. Now, it's not a hard and fast rule, but I think that it's really good to have board clears in these decks, because sometimes your opponent's just going wide, and the only way you're going to get back into the game is with these board clears. In this one, Finality, Ritual of Soot, Deafening Clarion. All of those are really strong removals that reward you for playing these decks because you can wipe the board and stay in the game. So a strong removal package really pushes these decks over the top. All right, finally, what you're going to need in these decks is really tight play, like your power level over 9,000 kind of plays. Because when you play right, these decks reward you, and it feels almost impossible for your opponent to have had any chance of beating you. And the other thing is, if you play loose, if you're making mistakes, even one mistake can punish you so hard that it felt like you had absolutely no chance in the match. And you'll see that in this run that we did, where one single mistake cost us an entire game. But play it right, you get rewarded. Slip up even once, you get punished hard. So you need tight play in these decks. We're finally going to get to the run. We had a pretty dismal record of 2-3 in this, and you can see that's because we slipped up in one or more of these areas during the match. You'll see number one, it was because we didn't have the right land count, which we fixed. And then in the other games that we lost, it was really from play mistakes and not paying attention to what's going on that really caused us to slip up. So like I said, you really need that tight play. I'll have the timestamps with the record at the end of the match down in the description below. And if you have found any value in this video, if you were entertained at all, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the run, and maybe even share some of your experiences with 5 color decks in this sealed format. So without further ado, let's get to that run, guys. All right, here we are. Playing some Magic the Gathering. This is the first ever recording for the Crabcore channel, so I figured we'd start off lots of fun playing hopefully this spicy 5-color control deck. Let's just look at it real quick so you kind of what we got here. We're pretty base in the Sultai colors. However, I mean, we've got the Guild Summit, which is just a powerhouse. If you open this and a lot of guild gates, card advantage and just an engine that keeps on going. You know, early removal, counter spells, pretty typical stuff. Lots and lots of removal, by the way. Deadweights, conclave tribunals, capture spheres. Let's see what else we got. Artful takedowns, ritual of soot for large board clears. We got splashing into some red for Ral is at Viceroy. Planeswalkers always tend to give you a lot more incremental advantage in sealed pools like this. So card advantage, taking out other creatures, those ones are really strong planeswalkers typically. So had to run him. Command the Storm just for more removal, and Hatchery Spider for incremental value in the late game. I think you have to put a green permanent card on the field, and we only have a couple of those, and they're not really strong, but it's just a big butt, blocks flyers, and can attack very safely into a lot of boards. Lotlith Giant, big guy, more damage in the late game. Night Veil Predator, hard to deal with. Let's see here. Oh, Circuitous Route allows us to get more gate cards, more lands. We can fix our mana base. Plus, it works really, really well with Guild Summit because you put, one card, you put 2 gates in, and you end up drawing 2 more cards. So it's just a really good combination in this deck. Flyers, you need those to finish out the game and draw cards. Centaur Peacemaker to gain life, be able to outlast some of those faster Boros, Izzet decks that are trying to take you down quickly and burn you out. Dimir Informants for, card selection, stuff like that. And Urban Utopia, drawing cards, fixing our mana a little bit. I believe with our mana base down here, we got a couple gates, a Guild Mage's Forum, things that are really just going to allow us to play all of our colors. If I did the math correctly, if I count out everything right, we have between 5 to 7 ways to get every single color without so we shouldn't have too many problems with our Gateway Plaza and our Circuitous Route and our, what is it up here, the Urban Utopia. We should have enough to be able to cast everything, and we've got a lot of other strong removal spells, Luminous Bonds. We've got even more capture spheres. It's just, at what point do you say I have enough. I have enough removal spells, which is typically not what happens in most sealed pools. But, you know, if we need to put in beefier things, we got beefier stuff and, you know, lockets, whatever we need to match kind of what we're going up against. So I say let's dive into this one, start game one, and see how this thing plays out. All right, game one against Griffix. See how we do here. Hopefully we get a strong opening hand. You know, if we have to mulligan, we have to mulligan. We go first, and of course we have our two least colored, least played lands in our opening hand. I don't know. I think this definitely has to be a mulligan. Hopefully, okay, Gateway Plaza, that's really good. I think we can keep this. We'll start off with the mountain, play the Gateway Plaza, Capture Sphere. We'll put that to the bottom for now, because right now we're really just looking for land. So we'll start off with the mountain here. Hopefully we draw into another untapped land here pretty soon. Alright, looks like we're going to start off against fairly quick decks. So yeah, let's pay the mana. We don't want to lose our Gateway Plaza right away. Our opponent is on Orzhov, which is actually very interesting because what do we want to discard? I think at this point Night Veil Predator is probably not the easiest thing that we're going to be casting. Orzhov is a very interesting color combination. Unless he's pretty solidly in 3 colors, this is going to be I mean, Orzhov is supposed to be represented in the next set, not really in this one. Okay, yeah, we're in Abzan. Abzan's pretty common. But if we're just going to get run over because we're not getting any more land, this might also be a case of where we'll have to go up a land in this deck. Next turn we'll play the Centaur Peacemaker for sure. It'll gain us some life back, and it'll be a really, really good blocker for the Spinal Centipede over here. And then we can throw out a Dimir Informant or, you know, oh, okay. Not so much a good blocker for that, but good news is we can shrink it down and it won't be too much for us to handle. But we did, you know, we didn't have to take any damage on that turn, so we're back up to over 21, so we're not really hurting right now. If we draw a black source, we can play out a Dimir Informant, we can shrink down the Siege Worm, just quite a few things that we can do. For some reason, I thought the Centaur Peacemaker was a 4/4. I was probably confused because it gains you 4 life. That would be pretty busted to have a 3 mana 4/4. But, you know, what are you going to do? We stumbled on land pretty early on. Okay, well, now we have to kind of decide. Let's see here. This is going to deal 5 damage to target creature, so probably one of the things that we could do, let's do this for blue. What we'll do is we'll dig for, we will dig for mana on the Surveil here. We will deadweight the Hazda Marshal so he stops getting advantage on that. Let's pull this one to the front so we can reliably cast that. I don't think we need the Guild Gate right now, so we'll just drop that there. Okay, then we'll, like I said, we'll do the -2 here. We'll just keep blocking the Spinal Centipede all day because he can't, we don't want him to be putting counters on this. What do we want to get rid of here, guys? I think this is a Midnight Reaper thing because we're already going to be so low on life. So this might be a turn where he just attacks with the Siege Worm. Alright, we're in a fairly decent spot because next turn we're going to command the Storm on top of this Siege Worm, and it's going to be a lot more of a challenge for him to keep swinging through with these other dudes. Yeah,
Well, see, I'll block this all day. You know, that's no big deal. He might have a thing, but if that's the case, it's whatever. So, all right. Like we said, we'll command the storm, take out the siege worm, and then really the most he can do is swing at us with 2 damage each turn. Then we'll throw up the bats and call it good. What we'll probably do is we might end up trading the bats for the centipede. Oh my gosh, man, the beats just keep on coming. He's got really big butts on his dude. I don't know why he's attacking in with that. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, if he attacks in with the other ones, then yeah, he can get some advantage, but I don't see the point. What we might do here, because that's just a 4/4, we might double block the Rosemane Centaur, take 5, which is like, bleh. But yeah, he's probably just going to alpha swing. Yeah. I don't see why he wouldn't, but yeah, we're gonna double block the Rosemane Centaur. I imagine we lose our Dimir Informant here because it's the best blocker for all of his stuff. If we're lucky, though, he takes out the bats, and then we just have a really good blocker on board. No, yeah, he played that correctly by taking out the Dimir Informant, because that's going to be blocking most of the things that he tries to throw at us. If he has a removal spell, then we're kind of SOL. But turns out we just got a lot better blocker. Lotleth Giant's great. Muse Drake is great. What we'll do is we'll Muse Drake it first. That way we can just draw the Lotleth Giant. We won't attack. I mean, we're at 2 life. We're really freaking low, so we're kind of hurting right now. But if he just bricks a ton, we have pretty successfully gotten back into this game. So we'll always block here. You know, actually, yeah, we'll block here. We'll block here. This way he only has 1 guy. I mean, and we can block this burglar rat all day, which is no big deal. Oh, cool. He's letting us gain life. Should we say thank you? Should we say... I'm very, very happy about that. Because we can block this, we can block that. We only take 3 next turn. And heck, man, we'll start getting back into this game. This looks real good for us. We're very happy that our opponent attacked like that for us. We'll just block here. We'll take the 3. We're not too... I mean, that could have been a pump spell, but at this point, we're not overly worried about that. Okay, throw out the guild gate. Oh, we don't have enough to play the giant yet, so... Okay, well, we're still not dead. But we might block. If he swings here, let's see. Okay, so this one has to block, right? If we block here, we take 6 and die. If we block here, we still keep this. But we go down to... So what if we get Ritual of Soot off the top? Let's see. So we block here. We keep this, right? We have enough blockers. We can block this again next turn, block this again next turn, block this again next turn. But we're at 1. So right now we're talking about 1 damage, which is... Yeah, this looks like it's going to be it for us, but we were really stuck on lands for a little bit, so coming back into this from what we came back from is really good. I'm not upset about that. We're going to have to concede that one, but, you know, sometimes you get stuck on lands. I think what we're going to go do is we're going to go back into our deck. We're going to go up to 18 lands. I mean, especially as a control deck, you really, really, really got to have those 18 lands. So let's go back in and edit this thing. And then we'll queue into another one. What do we want to drop? Do we want to drop a creature? What's not like amazing for us? You know, honestly, I don't feel like this Midnight Reaper really cuts it for us in this deck. So let's drop that. We'll go up. See, white. We got enough mountains. I think let's go up a swamp because we have a lot of swamps. Okay. We'll start the next game, guys. All right. We are back in game 2. This hand looks miles better than game 1. We've got all 3 of our main colors here. We've got a circuitous route to go up to more. We can ramp. We got Command the Storm. We got Muse Drake, Early Flyer. This hand just looks so solid. I'm a lot happier playing this one. Very rarely do you not have to mulligan on these 5 color decks. But, I mean... Okay, I thought he was going to be playing another 1-drop. I feel like a lot of people are moving toward playing a lot of these Healer, Hawk, Hasda, Marshall decks. But in Sealed, it plays out a little bit different. So, we'll see how this goes. I wish we had one of our Dimir Informants to play on 3 to kind of block some of this early stuff. Ooh, Dawn of Hope. That's gonna be hard to deal with. That's gonna give him a lot of advantage in this deck. Do we have anything that deals with enchantments? I don't think that. Oh, we have Conclave Tribunal. So what we'll look for the Conclave Tribunal. If we get it, we'll save it for the Dawn of Hope so that he doesn't really overpower us with value from this. I mean, we do have a lot of value stuff in our deck, and he's really playing slow. He's really playing it slow here, so we're not really hurting. The question is, without all this pressure on turn 4, do we play the circuitous route and put them on the battlefield, or do we wait for a guild summit, get advantage from that later? I think since he's starting to play creatures, we'll play a Muse Drake or something, see what we draw into. Yeah. We're doing really solid hitting all of our lands. We literally have all of our colors represented here, so I think we'll play a Muse Drake. We have Command the Storm for any of his creatures that he plays. Ah, boom. Conclave Tribunal. Just on, literally right on time before he starts getting all the crazy advantage from this. This deck is going to be so much fun. Or we could just go 0-3. What do you got for me, opponent? Okay. It's actually not bad. He's not, you know, casting large things. Everything's like really super manageable. I'm gonna be able to get rid of this. He's not running. I mean, he could have his own Conclave Tribunal to Tribunal Mine, but he's not running really any enchantment removal, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, let's see here. I think what we'll do is we'll just run this out. White, red, black, black. I don't want to convoke. There's just no reason to. We'll just hold back. I don't know if that's the right thing or not, but this is just a way better blocker than it is an attacker. So it's got the big butt. It's really meant for blocking. That's pretty much the only reason I arbitrarily decided to not attack with it. I think Next turn, we'll see. We got Gateway Plaza. So I can play that. Okay. I mean, we can block here. We're not going to block there. We're just going to take that for now. But we can Artful Takedown that next turn. Yeah, and this can block the Fresh Face Recruit all day, which is... I'm surprised he actually didn't play this first and then Gird for Battle that. Yeah, like, yeah, he'll gain the life on this. Oh, this is interesting. He is really going for a swing here. I wonder if this really plays out really good in aggressive decks. Because, I mean, it probably could be good late game. If you fizzle out or something, you still can just be putting dudes on the board. But, I mean, I can take 7 here and not have a problem. I think he's trying to probably buff this one up and see if I'll block, which I'm not going to. I'm just really not that worried about it. He is just ditching all these cards in his hand. Really for just a giant swing right now. Yeah. What do we got coming at us? 11? No. I'm not going to block because I can just block this thing all day, every day. He might have a lot of like just damage, destruction stuff. So we'll do this. And combat. We're not going to attack. What we'll do is on his turn, we'll let him do all his shenanigans. Then we'll Artful Takedown this bad boy. Probably, you know, we'll be able to block this. We'll be able to tap that down. Whole bunch of stuff. We got really good turns coming up for us. Plus we have all the mana we need for this. Okay, so here's the deal. We'll start here. We'll do that. Done. Tap target creature. We'll tap you. We'll give you -4/-4. So it doesn't look like he has any pump spells. Otherwise he would easily have run it out by now. I don't think he attacks here because this literally just bricks his Fresh Face Recruit. I picture this dude just being standing there, this Drake flies in and all fresh faced. Poor guy. Getting bricked by Drakes all day. He's either in the how the heck do I recover from this, or okay. Well, we have removal for that too. But here's the question. What is this at? Our undergrowth is exactly 0. So that's not probably the best route to go. We have 7 mana to work with. Do we Command the Storm this and not have anything else to play? Or I think that's right, because to be honest, none of our stuff blocks this effectively. Like if we play this next turn, if we play this, all of those block this pretty easy. So I think I just want to get rid of the beefy boy right now and see what our other options are. This one might not be the best in our deck, but I just do like that it's such a big butt. You know, I could have run that out there. That it might have actually been right. You know, it's not like I get a ton of advantage on this anyway. I could have just run that out there, had a big blocker, would have attacked right next turn. I think that was a mistake. I probably should have just run this guy out there. If we don't draw another land next turn. Oh, nice. Yeah, if we don't draw another land next turn, what we'll do is we'll just... Oh, heck yeah. I mean, you gain life, but... it's whatever. Okay, so he's not doing anything, so we'll just run this bad boy out. It's whatever. We're not going to get any advantage off of it, but it's just so effing huge, and he can't attack in with this guy anymore. I'm glad we got rid of the other dude now though, because Gravitic Punch would have just done a chunk to our life total. Would have been harder to come back from that. So if he plays any big beefy dudes, we know from now on that we have to try to get rid of them as much as possible, because of the fact that he has our Gravitic Punch just hanging out there. I don't know what we have in the way of life gain in this deck. I don't think we have anything. Yeah, I can't really picture. Oh, we have the 4 life gain Centaur. That's pretty good. I mean, what's 30 compared to... Yeah, we're just going to do this. I mean, we have so many ways to replace the Muse Drake. Anytime. Okay. Boom. Well, he just lost his board, so we're not mad. We'll play you. I think that's right. We still have this up, so we can play you. And I think we actually can attack this turn. Start chipping away on this 29 turn clock with the Drake. The old 29 turn clock. This is exactly how I imagine this deck would function. I think we're pretty solidly in this game, unless he just back to back like rips some thick boys on us. No freaking way, man. That's so good against us right now. So good against us. Okay, well, good news is we can capture Sphere this bad boy. Right. Yeah, we can. Let's just target this one. We'll draw a card, plus we can leave Disdainful Stroke up in case he tries to do any damage and stuff to us. I mean, we'll probably just save Disdainful Stroke for the punch as much as possible, so we don't have to take any more damage. But I mean, we don't really have much of anything that we're doing right now. All of our dudes are dead. We have Lotlith Giant still. We have Centaur still. I don't even know what you do. Okay, well, we really want that Guild Summit. We really, really want that Guild Summit. We have a lot more gates in the deck. See what this guy tries to do. Tries to get some damage on us. Okay. Doesn't, I mean, that's a sorcery speed anyway, isn't it? Yeah. He's flooding pretty hard for a Boros deck, which is good for us. What are we doing, opponent? Just tapping ever so slowly. Sure strike. Okay. That's fine. But then what? You don't have enough mana for this. And you can't cast it because you don't have anything to discard to it. Sad day for opponent. Oh, that's a really, really good draw. Really good draw. Let's find Centaur Peacemaker. I don't mind it in this order because I'd rather get the life gain first. And Ral is not doing a crap ton on the board. Plus, if I put him out there and then plus him, then I lose the Centaur. So that's the best order, I believe. So I can get my life total up kind of into a safer range. Then we can run down Ral and call it good. Guys, we're going to get a win. We're going to get a win with the 5-color spicy. What do we got? Opponent is sitting there with a calculator, trying to figure out his odds of winning this game, even though they're very, very low. Alright. Now we got some beaters on the board. I can actually start gaining some life. And start taking down his. My gosh, man. Now we're on the 32 turn clock. That Deafening Clarion was so good. I would not have put my... I mean, yeah, he's in Boros, but with how aggressive he was starting out, I would not have put my opponent on a Deafening Clarion play. But I don't think that I was wrong by running all of that out there. Let's go to combat first. See what happens. Okay, now we'll run out Ral. Look at the top card of our library. We're not worried about the Boros Challenger in his current state. If he tries to do anything, it's whatever. Ooh.
The weight is killing me.
Yes. Oh, that's cool. I actually was under the impression that Ral only let you take an instant or a sorcery off the top of your deck. So that's actually really good for us. Puts a big dude on the board. Makes the clock go a little bit faster. Opponent's also flooding. We got counter spells for any like big thing he tries to play. If he plays a creature, we'll just capture Sphere it, which is fine. I think we're... well, or if we can do this, should be pretty good too. Opponent's just going slow. Alright. Let's start with the draw this time. I think that's fine. It's not like he's really going to trick us with anything. It might change how we play.
The weight is killing me.
Guild Summit. Guild Summit. That sucks. I had to pick it over a Ritual of Sit, but we're so far ahead of the game now. Let's go to combat. I'm not really like hurting for a lot of dudes. So we'll just play, we'll play Thick Boy. And I could have thrown that out there. I forgot that you can just tap them. I was going to try to get the card advantage value off of it, but it doesn't matter. I still get it either way. It just kind of jacks me up if I need a... Alright. We did it. We got a win with our 5-color spice. Good job, team. Ooh. Back in game 3 against Value City. Little does he know that's actually the name of my deck. It's actually 5-color control, but Value City is actually a much cooler name. It's interesting. Let's see, I go first. What are the chances? I have ways to get blue mana. We're either going to get really screwed, or we are going to be going to Value City. Let's see. Alright, ready? Dimir Gilgate right off the top. I got half the card right. Next turn, Dimir Gilgate right off the top. Gateway Plaza. Okay, well, we've obviously figured out that I'm not psychic. I cannot read the future. But I really, really need blue. I really, really need blue. I'd take an island off the top. Real quick. And almost to spite me, a double blue source comes up. Stay classy, MTG Arena. Stay classy. Dude, this guy might be on the same plan as me. His deck might actually be Value City too. Notion Rain. Ha. Tie game. Okay, well, I am really not excited about commanding the storm on a stupid Gorgon. Man, where's my blue mana? I have the least amount of red and blue, or red and white in this deck, and that is the most that I have out here, is red and white. That's disgusting. It's disgusting. Glaive of the Guild Pact. Man, opponent's going full equipment. Sure. Guys, what do I do? Make him waste his turn. Whatever. I don't even know if this is right, but... Oh, we got there. Kinda. Okay. We got blue. We got blue. That's all we needed. That's a pretty solid capture sphere target. If I have another blue mana though, that's really good. Okay. So wait. Whoa. I can tap this and tap that. Okay, wait. Whoa. Boom. Oh, no. You're effing me up. You're effing me. Okay. Here we go. I need to, if I tap this, then do that. There we go. Now we got blue. Boom. Blue. Black. Black. Suck. Dude, yes. That is the first time that's ever happened. I freaking love it. Wait. Why are these guys all highlighted? That's just not true. I would love to play all these for free. That would be awesome. But that's just not going to happen. Well, we'll keep this guy tapped down. Let's see, what is this at? Not very... I got one card. Yeah, I've got one card in there. Okay, so here's what we'll do first. Ooh. Okay. Here, blue, this, and this. He might have a disdainful stroke. He's leaving mana open for it. If he doesn't, though, oh yeah, we're in business. I don't know what he does about this guy. I think that just beats him in the face. Yeah. Okay. Then we'll gain some life and pretty much just negate everything I did to his life total that turn. However, we went up on my life total, which is good news. Sure. Well, he's blocking the 3/3 on the ground. Why are all of my cards lit up? I don't understand that. That's something I just don't get. Alright. Let's see, we got 7 mana. We can play Big Butt, but I think what we'll do is we'll just Row. We'll start gaining advantage. Da, 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 da. Yeah, boy.
Always nice to get out of.
Card advantage.
Hope we get something good.
Yeah, we did get something good. Do I get to play that yet, though? No. Okay, that's fine. Let's go. Wait, does this have reach? No, it doesn't. Whew, scared myself for a second. Okay. We're doing it, everyone. We're doing it. How does Value City actually feel? Feels good to me. Feels real good to me. So, I don't know. He looks like he's just 3 colors here, right? I haven't really seen anything else. Just Grixis. So I'm probably not worried about like enchantment removal. I'm not really worried about like Conclave Tribunal, stuff like that. This is a good blocker, but okay. Let's start with this, see what I get. I love having this.
With
It's
the wind blows in.
Both of these draw me a card. This goes in to there. This allows me to fix my mana some more, which I'm not terribly upset about, but I just don't really think I need that. So I've got enough ways to generate all my colors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to inform the Dimir of what's going on and see what we've got going. And then we'll draw. Ooh. I just actually don't really need that right now. Just really don't need it. But we can play Generous Stray. Draw another card. Even if he has Ritual of Soot, like, that's really good for me because Night Veil Predator comes in over the top of that, which feels really good. I mean, the rest of the board, ooh, Guild Summit's here. Okay, let's just attack with that. Muse Drakes will get in too, which is good. We're getting close to this being online, but the funny thing is we just don't really have a lot of instants and sorceries in this deck. Thing is, we can draw a frick ton of cards next turn. Or we can... Alright. Value City knew it. He saw that we had too much value. Feels good. Victory. Ooh, groovy Skittles. I've not had those flavors of Skittles yet. But this guy's about to taste the flavor of crab core. That actually doesn't sound very good at all. Oh, this is really, really good. Guild Summit early. If only this one was a black mana source, I'd be like so freaking happy right now. Oh, that's really good. Okay. So we have that. Draw a card. And we'll have deadweight for whatever he plays, and got a lot of good color fixing, so Ornery Goblin is gonna feel some dead weight here. He's gonna feel it real hard. I do not like that card. I'm gonna run this out there now because I really need to preserve my life total, especially I feel like there's a lot of Boros out here right now. It's just not, for me, it's not as good in sealed as people think it is. Yeah, he's slowing down. This is just really good for us. Muse Drake it is. We can save this for later. We're not really hurting for cards right now. We kind of have everything that we need. He might, if he plays something big, he might have a way to, he might want to sacrifice his Torch Courier for it, at which point we're fine. I just wish we had this open in the event that that happens. That's really, really good. That's a very solid capture sphere target. So we'd be fine. Yeah. Oh yeah. We're really fine. Okay, we'll do that on his turn. We'll see what he does. Maybe he wants to pump it, maybe he wants to do other crap. But we'll have this just in the way till we can get up some bigger things. But if he wants to do anything to this, we can capture sphere it right away. This is looking really, really decent for us. It's looking really, really decent for us. Let's let him attack. See what he wants to do. Frick. I forgot that this had Mentor. I should have tapped that down. I should have tapped that down before combat real quick. Oh, whatever. You live and you learn. Yeah. If that had Mentor, I really shouldn't have allowed him to get that advantage. Yeah. It's fine. Let's think it. I think I still block here. He might have something, but if that's the case, whatever. If he has a Sure Strike or whatever, I'm really happy to... Yeah. I'm not really upset about this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he got to attack too. Ugh. Man, I really messed that one up. Really, really messed that one. I needed to do that before combat. Rookie mistake, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. I want the Centaur. have to capture sphere that one too. That's a good one to capture sphere because he can get this back. Yeah, he's able to get this one back, so that's a really good one to capture sphere. Alrighty, well, let's learn our lesson and do things ahead of time. I hope that one doesn't cost me the game, because that turn I really should have capture sphered before combat. This thing would have been a 1/1. I wouldn't have taken 6 damage. Or, I guess, the 4 extra damage. But I'm going to heal back up. This might not be the end of the world. And he's down to 1 card, so... What is this? It gets +1/+1 until end of turn. For how much? For 4? So... Okay. Well... He only has enough to do it once. Which is good. If he draws another land, though, then he can pump it twice. And that makes, yeah, well, there you go. So he probably already had the land. It makes blocking for me really hard. So I have to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yeah. Eat your heart out, kid. Just brick him all day. Yeah, all this pump stuff is making this hard. Okay. If I play this, I don't have enough to play that. But I can do those later to get... Okay, what do we need? Black, green... This gives me one of any color, and I'm not playing anything else this turn at all. Right? Yeah. And I don't want to have to... Really don't want to have to mess with that later. This turn, I probably take the damage here. I mean, he gets to double pump, and then I keep one of these guys, but I trade here. Let's see what he does. He might double pump, make us a 4/4. Doesn't matter, because I only lose one of these guys anyway, which is totally fine. And then I have the hatchery spider to block this all day, every day on the next turn. So we're not overly worried about that. Yeah, so he's just spending all of his mana to pump. And he's not going to sack this because he wants to take out one of my dudes. And I'm happy to double block here. The only problem is I am now in inescapable blaze territory. So I don't think I have any way to gain life. So we'll see what he allows to survive. Wow. That sucks. That sucks hard, man. Well, we're gonna run this out. I think his deck is very, very decent. Yeah, his deck is very, very decent. I really need some removal for these. This deck runs so much removal. I don't know why. Don't know why I haven't found it yet. But this really, really stops a lot of stuff from happening. I will block here. No. I'm gonna block here. I'm gonna block here. Because I really want to get this challenger out of the way. And I don't mind. I mean, I'm losing one of these anyway. So I'd rather just do it like this. And get rid of this one now. Next turn I can draw a bunch of cards off of the Guild Summit. Which I think is a pretty solid plan. I can draw at least 4 cards. Which feels good. Feels cards, man. Uh-huh. Interesting. What does he have that deals 4? Ooh. That's very fascinating. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. 3. Okay. So then we need to leave up this and that, right? So could we 1, 2, 3, 4? No, I can only tap 2 of these. So we'll tap 1. No. Yeah, I can only tap 1. If I'm gonna play the Predator. Okay. And then we'll play this and draw another card. So, yeah, you'd like to get more advantage out of that, but I'm just so far behind right now. And I really have to find a way to get back in this. He's going to be able to draw cards and find damage. Man, I really messed that turn up. I'm still going back to that. Uh-huh. I mean, you're welcome to attack. I'll just block him. Yeah. Ugh, it's gonna be one of those. Just have to sit back on this. You should just draw cards. Dang. He did it. Yep, sacrifices that. Well, we had a good run. This really all came down to that one turn that I messed up. Okay, well, Let's move on to the next one. You know, it happens. These games are about learning, so. Alright. Let's try this again. Game 5, I think this is now, against Glory Tome. This deck is functioning really well. You just have to... You really have to make all the right moves. This is a really, really good hand. Really, really good. Did I mention how good this hand was? We got ramp, we got our deadweight. Heck yeah, we'll pay that. I think the opponent's deck has to be really, really good for us to do that. I really want all these cards. The opponent's deck has to be very good for us to not... For us to lose this game, so... Or, chances are we just don't draw another land for like 7 turns and we get run over. That's a much better target for deadweight than the rats. Much better target than the rats. Okay, well that's good. We really need to play this out right now so we can look for lands. And see how we do in here. That is 2 lands. Are we fine with that? I think we are, right? Because what are our other options? We take one of these, then we circuitous route and go up a lot farther. Okay, let's just take the one of these. We'll plan on playing this to ramp and then go from there. I mean, we're only taking 2 damage this turn, so we're not mad. And I think if we ditch anything, we can ditch the bats. Yeah, Bones doesn't really do anything against us. It's just an 0-3. We're not an aggressive deck or anything, so we're not too worried about that. Wow, discarding more cards. Yep, like we said, bats it is. We really want all of these. Yep, getting in for 2. It's fine. Alright, so we'll draw... Oh my gosh, he banned our mana. Oh, that feels terrible. Man, that feels so bad. I was wondering what the heck happened there, but yeah, he banned our mana. That messed us up. Really messed us up. We need to draw one right now. Wonder why he's not doing anything. Maybe he has something to do. He's just doing it on his second main. No? Okay, well, this at least gets us the chance to find more land again. Oh gosh. This feels so bad. That feels so bad. Anyway, it's fine. If he has anything big, we can Conclave Tribunal, at least, because we can convoke it out. So that's fine. So, we're not in a terrible spot. He didn't have Whisper Agent there. This is one of the reasons I mean, other than the fact that Barrier of Bones is, like, meh. Okay. Well, there's a gate. So we are gonna get there sometime. We can ramp with the route next turn, get back into the game. I don't know what he's doing. He may just like not have cards, or he is struggling. Okay. So this definitely has to be a turn where we run this out there. He could have a disdainful stroke. In which case, good on you, mate. Devious cover-up. Okay. Well, we're still not in a bad spot. We're going to gain life from this. That swings through all of his guys. So he's just been holding that back. He might just be really controlled. He might have disdainful strokes, devious cover-ups, and then trying to land some big thing. Maybe he plays City Watch Sphinx, and then we just tribunal it, and then he's having a bad day. That is a-okay. He is spending that on a 1/4. He's literally spending Deadly Visit on a 1/4, which feels good for us. He's playing Creeping Chill in his deck, people. If I lose this game to a Creeping Chill deck, I'm literally going to get Creeping Chills. Okay, this is a really good Ral turn. He doesn't have any way to... kill it. I don't want him to make me sacrifice any more cards, but I don't have
Time to choose. Always so exciting.
what do we want here? Do we want the Stray? Do we want a land that we can bin? Alright, well, here, let's do this. We'll take the Stray for now. If he makes us discard a card by quasi-duplicating a Burglar Rat, which would be weird, we'll just bin the Stray, and Ral would have done his job for us. If we draw a land next turn, and he plays some big dude, we can Generous Stray, and we can Conclave Tribunal. We've got a lot of options. Ral can even help us find a land should we not get one, if we really, really need it. But we can also gain life from the Centaur. This game feels really, really, really good for us. Man, I love that he is spending all of his removal on just our cheapo dudes. That feels really, really good for us. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I remember.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's do this. Look at the top card. See if we find something good.
Hope we get something good.
You said let's get something good, yeah. Yeah. I want the Guild Summit. Dude, look at all these gates. Look at all these gates. You know, let's just draw some cards. See what I'm at. I'm at 5 in hand. I can only actually... No, I can do 2. Because I can have 7 in hand. So, there you go. Ta-da! He is just seriously not pressuring me at all, which feels good. He's down to 2 cards. Next turn I have Stray, I have the Peacemaker. I've got quite a few things that I can play. At this point, I don't know why he doesn't just save the lands for quasi-duplicate. Maybe he's like really super flooded.
Shot.
But I mean, if the matching system is correct, we're in the X and 2 bracket, so these decks probably aren't going to be amazing. I like to draw cards. Let's draw some cards off the Guild Summit. Let's draw some more cards next turn. Okay, what do we want to play here? Let's draw.
Ooh, let's see what we got.
The forum's fine. Actually, no, because I got more green. I was gonna say I probably needed the land there. Let's play this. Gain some life. Yeah, boy. Okay. Now I can use that to convoke it out. So, quasi-duplicate. Yeah, he only gets to target creatures he controls, so that's good. And I got so much stuff. Burglar Rat's literally nothing at this point. I can discard whatever the heck I want. In fact, I might even discard this forum. Do I block? I bet he has a dead weight in hand. No, I don't. I don't block.
That's gonna leave a mark.
It's not like I really need the ultimate on this. I need this more. Yeah, I just need that more. Ooh, Lotless Giant's great. Can run that out this turn. Can run Hatchery Spider out this turn. Let's draw a card. What are we at in here? We're low. We gotta close this game out. Yeah, we gotta close this game out. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna Lotless Giant. Oh, he's got a mission briefing. That's fine. That's fine. He's very aggressive on the control here. I don't want to draw any more cards, so I'm actually just gonna minus. I have 8 cards to his 18. That's insane. I'm gonna minus this on the Child of the Night. And I really gotta watch these things that I'm playing. So, and I've gotta start dealing damage now. Otherwise, I'm not gonna have enough of a clock. Wow. Guys, I'm gonna lose to a Creeping Chill deck. Oh, this feels so disgusting. This feels so bad. Oh my gosh.
You're good. Not as good as me, but
Yep. Yep. Sure. See, all these cards draw me things I really don't want to be drawing right now. Yes. Not 100% sure. I really should have been paying attention to this number. But here I was, just drawing cards. What do we got here? Quasi-duplicate. He can duplicate this. Guys, I'm gonna lose this deck. Ugh. This is so annoying. Well, we went 2 wins. Mostly because of play mistakes. You really got to pay attention to what you're doing. Yeah, I'm just going to call it now. We had fun. We did good. Good job, though. We lost to a Creeping Chill deck. I'm running so low on cards down here. He's at 25 life. There's just nothing that I can do.